everybody. It took long enough, but we gathered up all our songs and our video game stuff. It's the Impossible Coin musical episode. The Impossible Coin musical episode. You know, I honestly can't maintain that pretense.
Okay, I was waiting for you to, do an intro so that we all had to, sing our intro bit, and I was really concerned because I've been drinking Mountain Dew all day, and, my pipes are not warmed up.
And that's fine. I've been drinking Mountain Dew all life.
Mood.
Yeah, I think that we should get there. You know, it should be fine. We'll eventually have the musical episode. It'll be great, but today is not the day. Instead, this episode will prominently feature Tegan Somerset.
It will! Huzzah! I'm not the one with the most bullet points, though. This week, the one with the most bullet points is definitely Rocky Hardy.
Yeah, I did it.
I did it. Rocky Hardy, yeah! Woo.
Yeah.
I'm Brian Cartwright.
Dad,
Yeah.
podcast dad, father of the show, Brian Cartwright.
Father of the show.
I need you to talk to your son, Rockford Hardington.
It's not my name.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, no, it is. It is now. I need you to talk to him, and I need you to tell him to stop killing me in Among Us first, because, it's not fair and it's not cool. Brian, he unfairly targeted me.
That's not true.
It is 100% true. We were playing Among Us on Goddess stream again the other day.
Still factual.
And literally, legit, so first of all, we did not get imposter at the same time once, which was bullshit.
That is bullshit.
That's discrimination against podcasts. Number two, every time we paired up, I was like, awesome, Rocky and I are gonna have friendship time. And as soon as I said the word friendship, every single time, Rocky fucking murdered me. It's not fair.
I can neither confirm or deny that particular kind of timing.
I can confirm that kind of timing. Brian, please talk to your son and tell him it's not nice and he has to play nice with me.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't think I can do that, but I can offer this kind of complication.
Complication? Yeah. I thought you were going to say compromise?
No, I'm most deaf offering a complication.
Mm-hmm.
So, as our listeners know, Podcast Dad works in a secret laboratory where he does secret laboratory things for a mega corporation. And his job at mega corporation said, why don't we have an afternoon where we all play Among Us? That sounds like an adequate team builder.
It is an adequate team builder. It's a great team builder.
Definitely tells you where a lot of lines are.
Okay.
It tells you who's down to clown. And who's a snitch.
Wait, am I also a snitch? Because, I definitely got of that one time, but also I just didn't want to die. Deal with that later.
No, you're not a snitch. It's just funny.
Okay.
Brian. And so, Dad needs to install and play Among Us.
Wait, have you not done that yet?
I've not done that.
We've been, talking about doing an intensive training session for you for Among Us, but you haven't even downloaded it.
I fell asleep in a sunbeam.
I'm kind of appalled at your lack of commitment, Brian. I'm just saying.
I fell asleep in a sunbeam.
Oh, man.
That's understandable, though.
Brian, while you're falling asleep in sunbeams, your coworkers are studying the blade, okay? You gotta catch up.
And the alien tech. And the taskbar.
And the task.
And the maps. You gotta get ready. What are you gonna do the first time you're an imposter and you vent in front of somebody? You gotta get your strats down.
We just don't want you to be embarrassed, man. Especially, embarrassing us as being part of this podcast. I don't want that for any of us.
Can I just play this game with a mouse and keyboard, or do I...
No, yeah, you should probably do it with a mouse and keyboard.
You can absolutely play it with a mouse and keyboard. You gotta pick a color. You gotta assert dominance over that color.
It's true. That's really important. Also, make sure you have a distinct, head covering. Or, actually, a strat is just try to copy someone else's head covering and try to confuse other people with, your identity. That's also really fun.
Another strat is everyone wears the same, outfit. so that the bottom half looks the same. So you can't tell whose feet are whose.
Oh, man. But, Brian, I was, like, imposter a bunch on Goddess stream. Like, maybe, like, 2/3 of the time, honestly.
Literally every time he killed me first. Literally every time. And I think it's 100% because the one time you were imposter last time, and I was like, Rocky, are you the imposter? And I heard your lying voice and voted you out.
First of all, that wasn't my...
I think that's it.
That wasn't my lying voice. And second of all, it was because Tegan was always, like, super close, and you were always alone. You'd always end up next to me, and you were just, like, an isolated person in a small space. And so, like, it was an easy kill that I could leave alone, that no one was going to pick up quickly.
But that's because I don't trust Essie and John.
That makes sense.
They're
sus. Those people are sus.
All the time.
Holy shit. What's it called? Brian, there was one game where, like, I was back-to-back imposter, and my imposter teammate not only disconnected in the first 5 minutes, but announced that they were an imposter. And I had to play the whole game by myself, and I almost killed everyone. It was tough. You would have been proud of me, though.
I would have been proud of your murder.
Yeah, at my ingenuity, at me playing the game, you know, keeping everyone's expectations off of me. It was pretty great.
So, give me an idea on ratios here, because, like, from what I understand, the game caps out at 10.
Yes.
And does that mean that there's 2 imposters and 8 dorks?
There are between 1 and 3 imposters, depending on how the room is set up. You can choose 1, 2, or 3 imposters with a full room of 10 people. Everyone else is a crewmate. It does not tell you who the imposter is at the beginning of the round if you are a crewmate. It shows you all the players and says, there are X amount of imposters among us. If you are an imposter, it shows you and whoever else are your imposter buddies and says, you're the imposter. On the sidebar, it gives you a list of tasks that you need to fake as the imposter. You can also sabotage different things on the spaceship that the crew then has to fix before everybody dies. The only one that doesn't kill everybody on the ship is lights, which just make it really dark so that the imposters can see and no one else can see. Imposters can fix oxygen and the reactor or seismic thing, whichever that is, but they cannot do regular tasks. It is important to familiarize yourself with the list of tasks so that you know what a common task is, what isn't a common task, so that people don't call you out on that stuff specifically. Yeah. I never do common tasks first as a crewmate because I don't want everybody in one spot and then someone gets killed and no one sees who did it. So I always come back and do my common task later.
So initially I went for common tasks early, and that's usually fine because I usually go with a couple of people. But one of the things that I've learned not to do as a crewmate is prioritize my own tasks, because the chance is just too high that you'll end up in a room by yourself. And since, like, imposters have more mobility options and more control over the map than, like, crewmates do, you are more likely to put yourself in bad situations. And so, like, I tend to just roam with a group of people for the most part, and then, like, handle my own tasks on the side, which, you know, prioritizes my safety and gives me a little more room to determine who's sus and who isn't.
And I am more likely to roam by myself, specifically because I feel like if I'm roaming as a group, I'm less likely to come upon someone doing something sus, like jumping into an event when they think they're by themselves, or I see them actively murdering someone around the corner, and they may not realize that I saw them right away, and so I can go report it without getting myself murdered. It is what it is. You gotta play it. It's fun. It's fun. You're gonna hate us. You're gonna hate both of us. Rocky's better at the game than I am. I'm not very good at the game. Being the imposter is hard.
Being an imposter is super stressful. And Brian, I need you to prepare yourself for that amount of stress. You cannot crack. It's really important that you don't.
No sunbeams, huh?
And there's also a few more things to, like, pay attention to as an imposter. There are some really interesting things that you can do. For example, you can sabotage certain things, and generally you want to sabotage, like, lights. But also, most games play with a kill cooldown, so you don't just, like, mash and, like, kill everyone in a room at once. Usually you can only make, like, a single kill every 30 seconds. And so you can use things like various sabotages to, like, give other people's other stuff to do while, like, you're waiting for your cooldown to come down, so that people don't figure out you're suspicious because you're not really doing tasks. Or what you can also do is use sabotages to, one, distract attention from particular parts of the map, which becomes easier once you like familiarize yourself with it. Like I played against someone yesterday who I ran into in a hallway, and we were on opposite ends of it. And we kind of stared at each other because I wanted to go that way and they wanted to go the way I came, but we didn't want to cross paths in case either of us were the imposter. And so like we kind of stood there, and then someone sabotaged something that I immediately had to go after, like oxygen. So I had to turn the way I came and I couldn't come back. But after we had dealt with oxygen, someone had came down like the back end of the hallway where they were coming from and discovered a dead body. That person later turned out to be an imposter, but I didn't really get a chance to bring it up because they killed me soon after.
Yep.
There are things you can do to distract from certain parts of the map, or even like set up kills and trap people in certain places, since you have a bit more mobility as an imposter because you can move through vents and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Rocky did that exact setup at the beginning of the match last time, where you killed me in the upper engine and then called oxygen so that no one fucking found my body until
Yes.
2 other people had died. You piece of shit. I'm not friends with Rocky anymore, Brian. He's mean to me.
This sounds serious.
Yeah.
Rocky's mean to me.
Me and Tegan had some good rounds later on when we were both crewmates. It's just
Please ground him.
the times that I was imposter, it was just very convenient for me to kill Tegan at the time.
It's not nice. Make him kill someone else first. When I'm imposter, I don't kill Rocky first.
It's true, she doesn't.
I might kill you second or third, but I don't kill you first.
Oh man, Bungus is fun. It's definitely a good time.
Brian, tell him he can't kill me first next time.
Rocky,
Mm-hmm.
do what you gotta do.
Hey!
Thanks, Dad.
No! That's not nice. Damn it.
I think this is a little on topic. I binged a Netflix series this past week. Ironically, I felt like it was pretty good for my mental health. I got to release a lot of stuff. It's called Evil on Netflix, starring Mike Coulter, Katja Herber, who's from Westworld. Mike Coulter's was Luke Cage in the Netflix series, and Asif Manvi. And I can't really remember Asif Manvi's like credits, but I know I've seen him in places. Brian, you remember anything from Asif Manvi?
Nothing offhand.
Yeah, right.
Point of order, this is a CBS original series. The streaming rights happen to be held by Netflix.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense because it is like a pseudo-supernatural procedural.
Yep.
And, you know, like, that stuff sucks on paper. I'm the first one to admit it. But this one was particularly fun because, like, the story follows a aspiring priest who teams up with a forensic psychologist and some tech whiz to investigate claims of miracles or possessions by the Catholic Church. The way that the stories play out is that most of them appear to be supernatural, so they get to do some of the creepy stuff. But it's always like something like, oh no, this guy's just a psychopath, or my bad, it's just institutional racism. And like, Brian, there was so much of it. It was kind of fucking great. There was a miracle where like a young girl who apparently died of like cardiac arrest during a soccer game was like revived as she was being autopsied. Like, you know, a priest, drunk priest, said the final rites and then touched her on the cheek and then walked off. And then they do like the scalpel into like the jawbone, and then she wakes up screaming. And when they go over the notes, well, they go over the tapes and they didn't find anything. Well, like there may have been like some sort of apparition that they never actually solved, but it may have just been a really good deepfake or corrupted SD card, what have you. And then like they check the tapes and they check the notes eventually, and they're just like, hey, did you notice that you guys tend to attempt to resuscitate black victims less than half as long than you do white ones? And they're just like, what? And it's like, yeah, so it just looks like you didn't spend enough time trying to resuscitate her, and she was actually still alive. You guys fucked up. Have a nice day. And like they did that for about 13 episodes. There was also a thing that they did that was like an obviously like potential VR game that they decided to make AR because someone in the writer's room read about it that week. And that was fine, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it was a really neat idea to me because it felt like something that could fit in the scope of like these types of like mental health calls that policemen do. And instead of like, you know, calling the police for everything, if we just have maybe not like a representative from the Catholic Church, but definitely like a tech whiz and like forensic psychologist, like, and I guess a social worker, which I guess what aspiring priest could be subbed in for. And it felt like a pretty interesting thought experiment. I hope it gets a season 2, even though it probably won't.
I actually think it will, because from what I understand, like, it was monumentally successful.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Like as TV or like procedurals?
As TV.
Okay.
Yeah. And that it had an opportunity to, like, air its entire first season order before the pandemic. So, yeah. But man, I tell you what, the pandemic has killed some fucking television. I tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
It's killed a lot of television. Hasn't killed any anime, though. Ha-ha! It just postponed it.
True. God, imagine, Tegan, if we lived in a world where the pandemic killed Haikyuu.
Dude, I live every day thinking about what would have happened if the pandemic fucking tried to kill Digimon. That's 66 episodes. I'd be sad forever. I'd just be sad.
Maybe that would be the thing that radicalized Tegan. I'm kidding. Tegan's already been radicalized. Heard it here first.
I have lost multiple TV shows to the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Would you lose?
Glow. That was hard.
Honestly, is that the pandemic's fault? Because I'm willing to just blame Netflix.
Yeah, I'm willing to blame Netflix, but like they're trying to frame it as the pandemic did it.
Right, because Glow did get to season 3. And like, if we're being honest, like Glow definitely looks like one of those shows that Netflix is totally willing to cancel. And like, if Netflix wanted to stand by Glow and keep it up, there are definitely decent arguments. You know, they had those Emmy nominations. The viewership loves that fucking show.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I feel like Netflix just decided, hey, maybe Glow just suddenly got too expensive. I can hear Mark Maron saying it right now, honestly.
I think for me, the reason I'm willing to, I guess, buy it is that they had renewed the show.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was on the same page. Season 4 was going to conclude the story, and they had even commenced filming on season 4 and had 2 completed episodes in the can, edited and everything. And then, you know, the pandemic. And then they're like, hey guys, pack your shit up and you're not coming back. So I guess you don't go to all that effort to like renew a show, start filming a show, start editing a show, and then shit can it. If they had done it entirely between seasons, I guess I'd believe them, but like it doesn't make it any better either. Mm-hmm. Like which one it is, like, because at this point, like, Netflix appears to be using the pandemic as their opportunity to like fully pivot to letting a fucking robot pick all their shows.
Yeah,
and you're like, hey guys, look at this, machine learning will pick our television in the future. And like, no, I don't want machine learning to pick my television. They also canceled Teenage Bounty Hunters. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that did well.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're like, no, it doesn't matter. Like, we have to consider, like, long-term and short-term performance. So, like, what long-term performance? Like, you guys just started this fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, there is no historical long-term performance. Like, exactly. Like, all right, fine. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, that got killed, too, by the pandemic.
I don't know, dude. This just sounds like Netflix's war on women, my guy.
It really does have that patina, doesn't it?
Yep.
These are all fucking female-led Netflix shows.
Yep. Yeah, right? I hate to break it to you, but this sounds like good old American sexism.
See, Brian, we did it. We can be like the people in Evil 2.
Well, stay tuned. Mike Coulter will be here to kick down some doors in a couple of minutes.
Fucking Mike Coulter, man.
Man, Mike Coulter's a beautiful man. He's got that going on.
Yeah. He does well for himself.
He does. I don't know how he could do much better.
I don't know. Maybe if he, like, stuck it out in the NBA. I'm not going to shun Mike Coulter. I have other things to do.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Brian, have you been keeping up with Blaseball?
Man, okay. It has been a while since we have talked about some fucking Blaseball on this show.
Mm-hmm.
So, Rocky, I think you fell in. I think that you're currently Blaze.
I mean, yeah, I keep up with Blaseball.
Okay. Man, the end of the Discipline era was some shit, wasn't it? Like, just...
Yeah. No, but also, like, fuck the crabs. I'm sorry. I just got my friend to play, and he also, like, he did that thing. There's a thing that, like, I despise about, like, most competitive stuff. When, like, people start to get in stuff, like, I'm just going to follow the top team, right? Brother did it. Well, actually, first he did it with the Bears because he found out I like the Packers. and then he did with the Patriots when the Patriots won twice in a row. And then my friend picked up the Baltimore Crabs because they were at the top of their league.
Right.
And, they won the tournament, and now they're kind of like just stuck in purgatory, just like losing perpetually now.
Right.
And it's just like, but, whatever. You were going to say something. I just want to get that out of me.
I feel like I came in at the point where it was still really easy to pick a team to back without there being like a whole bunch of like baggage associated with it.
Yeah.
Which is like why I went with, at the time, the Mexico City Wild Wings.
You say at the time because...
Well, because there was that time when the league got divided into wild and mild.
Right.
And they became the Mild Wings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right. They are the Mild Wings now.
Yeah. So that's why I say at the time. They were at the time the Wild Wings. They've since become the Mild Wings. Like, but man, this fucking it's so weird to try and explain to people. Like, no, the guy's on fourth base. Like, no, it's fine. They started at -2 runs.
What?
Exactly.
No. Okay. So Tegan, Blaseball is just actual fantasy baseball. It's no longer just dreaming about real life players and stuff. We're doing actual fantasy elements now. For example, last season, my team, the Hellmouth Sunbeams, had a pretty bad season. They didn't do that well. But since then, they have a auspicious pair of blessings that have propelled them to the top. One, each of the players get to walk to a base if they get 3 balls instead of 4.
Yep.
Also, every player on the Sunbeams have 4 strikes to hit the ball. And those 2 changes alone would be literally insane in normal baseball, and it has propelled the Sunbeams straight to the top of the Wild Low League. And I'm very excited because they're going to the finals versus the Garages. I can't remember where the Garages are from. I'm hopeful.
Seattle, dude.
So what you're telling me, literally what you're telling me is in order to make baseball better, we need to change it so it's more like Blaseball.
Right. We just need to change the rules. We just need to add a bit more chaos to it. Maybe not as much as Blaseball, because I don't know how we're going to fight God playing baseball. But honestly, I would watch baseball if you guys told me that Derek Jeter and A-Rod were going to have to face down God. And if they won, they were trapped in purgatory for the year where they had to perpetually lose. I'd watch the shit out of that.
So something I've been doing, Rocky, is I've been stockpiling coins in an effort to, the next time the store opens, have enough money to destabilize the market.
Okay.
It was one of those things that took a lot of discipline. Because I was like, man, I'm like, I could play some fucking bets. I could do some things. Doing some things is tempting.
Sure.
But right now I have 8,625 coins.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to be able to single-handedly either shift blessing for a team or shift an idol, just...
Wait, there's idols?
Yeah. Each player of Blaseball can choose a particular player to worship. They are then designated an idol, and they are granted, I believe, some sort of boon if they have a certain number of followers.
Yep.
And also there are items that particular players can have on the field, which are related to their worshipers.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Blaseball is one of the weirdest parts of this year's Game of the Year conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll believe that. But also, Brian, you may want to check out Paradise Killer.
I don't even know what that is.
So Paradise Killer is a game that originally released last year for the PC. It's made its way on the Switch a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I think it's 2 weeks ago. Paradise Killer is an open world detective game that has the aesthetic of Vaporwave Danganronpa.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
I know exactly what you're talking about as far as what that means.
you play as a exiled investigator brought back into, quote, paradise, named Lady Love Dies. That is a weird name, and everyone's names are like that. You just gotta deal with that. Vaporwave Danganronpa, let's go. And you're basically just kind of dropped on the map, and there is a closed room murder that you have to solve. There is no tutorial. You just kind of run around and do stuff. And there's platforming involved. You can eventually get a double jump. There are all sorts of characters you need to interview and evidence to collect and piece together its story. It's very much about discovery and pushing the boundaries of what the game will let you do. And it is very surreal when you jump off the top of a 60-story building and land on your feet with relatively little damage. And the place itself is like a island in like a particular segment of reality that's separate from our world, but that is ruled by immortals who hope to resurrect a pantheon of angry genocidal gods who also periodically kidnap humans from our reality to worship said genocidal gods. The whole thing's definitely fucked, but it's cool.
Is this the same developers as Jazzpunk?
I didn't see that on their credits, so I'm not sure. Let me just check real quick. The dev is Kaizen Gameworks. Their listed games are simply Paradise Killer. Yeah. But yeah, there's a currency that you're able to collect, which apparently is one of the immortals, like crystallized blood. They only use one person because they didn't want to flood the economy. You can use it to pay the ferry driver who drives essentially a Mustang that can travel in and out of space to fast travel around the island. You can also use blood crystals to buy various soft drinks out of the numerous vending machines that are scattered throughout the island. There is also a former soldier, former idol, now secret trader that lives underground, and you can give her blood crystals in exchange for secrets about various people throughout the island, which is invaluable in finding the truth of what happened in the Island of Paradise, or the 24th Island of Paradise, because once again, since it's run by immortals, but they also like are constantly assailed by the forces demonic, they have to recreate and move themselves from their current segment of reality to a different one, and that requires them to create islands from psychic energy, if I remember that correctly. And you are on the 24th iteration, but hopefully the 25th one will be perfect. That's what they swear.
This looks bonkers.
Yeah.
And like my exact brand of vodka.
You're welcome. I just finished it last week. There is one note about the game, is that the most fun to be had with Paradise Killer is definitely in the act of discovery. And as far as like the trial, which is really malleable because you can start it at literally any time, you can actually like get out of exile and then start the trial immediately, but then you'll have no evidence. But you could still finish it that way. Or you could solve all the secrets and do it that way too. I feel like the whole trial sequence, because of the way that it's like constructed, kind of fumbles the bag in the sort of drama that they're capable of. Like, I was really hoping for an intense, like, Danganronpa, Phoenix Wright type of thing.
Right.
And there are, like, some twists that can only happen in trial, but they're not as great as they could be, based on, you know, experience with other games in the genre.
Man. Okay. I gotta fuck with this.
Yeah. That's what I said.
That is what he said. With, like, a lot of certainty also, so.
This is giving me, like so much so that it's, like, it's weird. It's giving me this, like, really, really strong jazz punk vibe, which seemed to be, like, a game that, like, relished co-opting the solving of mysteries, platforming, and surrealism.
Yeah, those are the notes.
Yeah, in the name of comedy. I definitely want more of that. And now that I've finished Murder by Numbers, I could do for more goofy things that, like, use, like, murder as a pretext for silliness. So, yeah.
That's a particular niche.
It is a particular niche. Oh, man. This is wild.
Oh, also I rolled credits on Hades, and it was lit. You need 10 clears. That's basically, like, the unspoken thing if anyone's playing and they're not sure. You need 10 distinct clears to clear Hades. And I finished it, and I rolled credits. There's still a lot of stuff to do, and I've done a few of them. I'm still kind of fucking with it. I managed to get my run, like, just north of 15 minutes, which I'm really proud of. So, like, I'm very good at killing stuff in, like, Hades now, or in the underworld, rather. I really like all the stuff that they've done with these characters. I still need to get Achilles back together with his boyfriend, but I think I'm, like, 3 or 4 runs off from that. It's a really deep and interesting game. The boons are really cool. The writing is strong. And, like, the way that it's paced, that you, like, organically discover story and gameplay and, like, challenge by just continually fucking with it is really interesting. I'm going to be really sad whenever I find, like, the bottom of that well, but I'm definitely enjoying the ride.
It feels like, as the pandemic has worn on, that Animal Crossing's like kind of like default hold over Game of the Year has kind of like loosened.
Sure.
Yeah, like I mean, I suppose that makes sense, but it's been kind of interesting to see like how people's desire to continue gaming in order to deal with this has like expressed itself. Like Blaseball has definitely been like the dark horse candidate. It has, I wouldn't even call it like the Bernie Sanders of candidates. Like maybe it's like the Yang. I don't know. Like, but there have been these other games that have come along with like, hey, do you want to like play with other people in order to express your frustration with like the way the world is right now? And it seems to be that like between Among Us, Fall Guys, Hades, and Blaseball, the zeitgeist of dealing with the pandemic has moved on. Do you think that like Nintendo is like best suited to hanging an enormous pork chop around the neck of Animal Crossing, or maybe just stepping up advertising at the end of like say February or March, so that way they can get like people to come back in for like some natural nostalgia like a year in?
So I don't think Nintendo or even really Animal Crossing's in danger.
I don't think it's in danger.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, how would you best control player counts? Like, where would you put your thresholds? Where would you put your, like, player retention efforts?
Well, I mean, ironically, Animal Crossing's one of those games that when more people are playing it, more stuff is going on, it's not really hurt by low player counts. Most of it's really contained within, like, the stuff that's already going on. Sure, like, there's stuff that happens outside the game, like Nookazon and, you know, trade routes, or what's the other thing where like you register for like the line to go onto people's islands. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, like that stuff that Nintendo didn't really plan for, but like those tools become like less necessary because the amount of people like operating in the game become lower. I don't think that really hurts the game experience for people who are still playing. And even for people that will like get in late, while those tools would still like exist, if they're no longer necessary, I don't know if that damages their like entry point either. I'm trying to figure out what Nintendo seriously stands to lose by having less people play Animal Crossing at any given time.
Okay. I would say that the size of people herds that they were achieving,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Q1, Q2 last year, are the type of people herd sizes that move consoles. That, like, if you're just like, you know, Jimmy, video game player X, who sees how much fun all his friends are having with Animal Crossing, we start to, like, reach that, well, you know, maybe I can, you know, like, maybe I can buy one on credit. And I think that we had, like, started to, like, move past with some of these games, talk about the individual proposition of value for those games, and more just like the overall proposition of value for like entering a ecosystem.
Sure, but I feel like at that point, like Animal Crossing doesn't really seem like a novelty from Nintendo's perspective. I think it's just like now in good company. The same way that people like bought a Switch to play Mario Kart with their friends, or like to experience things like Breath of the Wild.
Right.
Now Animal Crossing just becomes another one of those reasons.
Right.
And I think specifically, like, the games that we're talking about now, stuff like Hades definitely, but even to a lesser extent like Paradise Killer, since those games show up on Switch, and there are more of those to come, especially in 2021, like games that have been existing in the PC space almost like organically that are now like gaining new life on the Switch,
right,
is only going to help retain those kinds of people.
Sure.
Like the people that like jumped in for Animal Crossing and maybe they're not playing as much like 5-6 months down the line, but there's new and interesting stuff that's showing up on the console that you might want to fuck with.
Right.
Like I'm really interested to see what happens with like Temtem next year, because that's supposed to go live in January and that'll make it available on Switch. That's definitely going to be a time, like true Pokemon MMO, especially like after how Crown Tundra like seems to be rounding out the Sword and Shield experience.
Okay. Tegan, I noticed that there was no like baleful shrieking from you when I talked about like other games being ascendant in the public zeitgeist. Is that because you didn't think baleful shrieking would do any good, or because you agree that there are games which are ascendant in the public zeitgeist?
I don't know what you mean. What's a zeitgeist?
Popular consciousness.
Yeah, the public vibe.
Oh, popular consciousness? I mean, like, okay, so, like, the vibe changes, and right now the vibe is not conducive to Animal Crossing, like, exclusively, and I think that's fine. I think that's just how the vibe check goes, you know? I don't think Animal Crossing's gonna ultimately, like, suffer any more than it would have, like, by its natural lifespan, you know?
Sure.
Animal Crossing is a game that, like, if you love it, you will play it forever, all the time. It doesn't matter if other games come out or not, you know? If you play it casually, like most people do, you pick it up, you put it down, you pick it up, you put it down, like whatever, you know? It's still not a big deal. But Animal Crossing doesn't lend itself to the kind of, like, hardcore intensity that is required to stay in the forefront of people's minds. So I don't think it going away temporarily is, like, a bad thing. I think people will come back for Toy Day, because Toy Day is fun. I think people who still have Animal Crossing will do, like, New Year's parties and that sort of thing in it. But Animal Crossing already shipped a bajillion units, and so it doesn't matter at this point. Everybody's got a Switch who really wanted a Switch at the beginning of the pandemic. Anyone who didn't and isn't going to be getting a PS5 or an Xbox is gonna be picking up one that people were like, well, I thought I was gonna have fun with this system, but I guess not, you know, and turn them back in. So, like, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think having more Switches in the, like, overall ecosystem is a good thing, but I think it's gonna be more on Nintendo as to how they manage, like, their storefront and that sort of thing in the coming year, than it being on the shoulders of any one individual game.
So, like, I guess this is a good point to point out that, like, as of recording October 24th, and Nintendo has announced 0 major first-party games from here to the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have to wonder, like, how much of that is, you know, changes in their workforce as a result of COVID. Are there a bunch of people who would be telling us right now about fucking Breath of the Wild 2 who are all, like, sitting at home, like, in social isolation? I'm really curious as to how the virus has destabilized Nintendo's schedule specifically, because that's something which they keep very buttoned up.
I mean, here's the thing is, they're never gonna tell us. They're never gonna tell us, because, like, they put off Breath of the Wild itself for how many years? 6? Or something?
Yeah.
I waited a long-ass time for Breath of the Wild from, like, when they first teased it, and so, like, they've already teased Breath of the Wild 2. I'm willing to wait another 6 years if I have to. Like, I've already done my waiting. It's fine. I don't care. You know? There's other stuff to play. And, like, I don't believe I'm gonna be locked in my house for 6 entire years. 2? Maybe. Not thrilled about it, but...
I got updated work from home orders this week. Yeah,
oh, yeah? How long you looking at jail time?
June 30th.
Oh, that's not bad.
I mean, maybe we'll have a world at that point. Like, Brian, you don't understand. I live in El Paso, which apparently is now the epicenter of the virus, because people in my age group, like, basically keep going out and drinking every night and, like...
Stop it.
Becoming asymptomatic carriers and passing the virus to people, and I'm sick of it. It's bullshit. And so, like, you know, I've been eating basically inside my house, like, ordering or whatnot, because... for, like, I don't know, since fucking, well, March, right. I guess. Yeah. 7 months now. And, like, I do a bit of contact tracing. They're telling me that I'm going to have to be on till, like, mid-2022 because this shows no signs of slowing down, so that's going to be fun.
Isn't it great? Yeah.
Yeah.
On the plus side, you know for sure you'll be employed until 2022.
That's true.
So, I mean, there's that.
I'm going to flex that as hard as I can.
Oh, man. Tegan, there is the outside chance that Rocky could fuck it up.
It's true.
Rocky's not gonna fuck it up. I have faith.
It's true. I've only, like, been dismissed from a job, like, literally once, and it was because I begged them to. So that's a whole other thing. People love me at work, man.
You begged them to fire you?
Yes. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
What?
It's a different story. It's not today.
Okay, but it's someday, right? I'll get that story someday.
Someday.
I want to hear that. I want to hear that story. I've never been. I've never begged someone to fire me.
It was it was a complicated scenario. Maybe there were other ways out of it, but I definitely didn't see them at the time.
Rocky, would you say it went like Ric Flair's Fire Me promo in WCW?
Okay, that I am actually not aware of. I'm not actually a big wrestling head.
Well, I'm assuming that you're seeing it in front of an internet browser.
I am.
Could you type the words Ric Flair Fire Me into that browser?
Jesus Christ, Brad, if this is more than 3 minutes, I'm not watching it. We're doing a podcast.
It's not more than 3 minutes, you nerd. You're likely going to return a result which is less than 10 seconds.
Oh, hey. Actually, yeah.
Don't forget to put it in the show doc for the people on our Patreon.
Okay. No, it didn't really go like that, but I am going to put that link in the show doc.
Please do.
Fire me.
I'm just going to put in one of Brian's news stories, like hashtag we may not actually have news.
Yeah, right. I mean, you know, that sounds great.
I feel like I'm already fired is the, like, meta cry of the entire world right now. Like, fire me! I'm already fired!
What are you gonna do? Yeah, like, you can't fire me. I don't even work anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, pick up my... Yeah, sure, I'll pack up my desk, boss. Sure, whatever you say. I'll see you on the Zoom conference.
It's just, like,
right.
Ric Flair in that fucking, like, vest and, like, incredibly blousy white shirt. Just like, fire me! I'm already fired! Just, like...
Right. Jesus.
Oh my god. But to touch back on Breath of the Wild 2, well, I definitely did expect some kind of news about it this year, and that still might happen, because I think Nintendo does have, like, a presentation in November that they're supposed to do. I'm also not worried, because it doesn't feel urgent. I have no fear in my heart that the PS5 or the Xbox's releases will eclipse, like, the trajectory of the Switch at all.
Oh, the thing that would have made this year smart for Nintendo to, like, slip into Predator mode is the same thing that would have made it difficult to slip into Predator mode. Because both Sony and Microsoft are going into this thing kind of addled, kind of just softened up a little bit, wandering around with their pants around their ankles, and Nintendo could have been like, hey, check out our buttoned up, ironclad 2020 schedule full of sexy games, but they can't do that because they also have the same virus that those guys have been dealing with.
The thing about Nintendo, though, is that Japan overall has handled the virus much better than most Western countries. So,
Tegan, that falls apart.
Like,
that falls apart. Because we look...
I mean, just... what I'm saying is, like, because of how they've handled it...
Tegan, stop fetishizing Japanese people.
I don't think that's what's happening, Bran.
Okay.
No, that's not what's happening. I'm just saying they're better equipped to, like, start moving again faster.
Then why does Sony...
This isn't about fetishizing Japanese people. Sony had that whole pissing match with Disney they had to worry about over Spider-Man for a while.
I mean,
Nintendo
also,
did not have
Nintendo
that.
Didn't have like an internal civil war where employees are picking sides and...
Right, exactly. And they also aren't participating in the console wars. Like, they're not releasing a console this year. They aren't having to figure out, like, exact price points and, like, that kind of thing. They're already done with all that because the Switch came out 2 years ago.
There's literally only one participant to the console wars anymore, and it's hilarious.
Right.
Well, I mean, there's still the Intellivision Amico and Atari.
Oh yeah, the new Atari
God.
system, that's right.
I forgot.
That's a
like,
thing.
hey everybody, we got another console launch coming out, like, next month. Buckle up. Jesus.
Oh, wait, should that actually be a news story?
Who's getting a new Atari system? Which one of us is getting the Atari system? It's not me.
Not me.
Brian.
I touched my nose the slowest.
Brian, you have to buy the Atari system. It does look sexy, though, in a retro way. It looks sexy in a retro way.
Worthless.
It really is. It's...
Oh, that's so good.
Is the new Atari system going to be available in the Atari Hotel that's going to open in Las Vegas and Phoenix? Can I play the new Atari system at the Atari Hotel? That's all I need to know.
Let the hotels just have like demo systems just in the rooms, please.
They're talking. Okay, so they released an update on that. Hi, everybody. It's Tegan, your local Atari hotel correspondent who signed up for the fucking email list as a joke and now is getting emails about the Atari hotel.
Boots on the ground.
They had to scout for a new location in Phoenix because they're adding an entire arcade onto the hotel, which is going to include gaming cabinets and a dance area for DDR.
Oh, okay, now I have to go. Fuck! I have to go. I love DDR.
Yeah, so because they had to move the Phoenix location, the Vegas location is actually going to be the first hotel in the Atari hotel chain that's going to open. So you know what that means. Impossible Coin's going to have to go to Vegas for a week.
I mean, I'll be there for you, though. So, like, it'll be chill. I'll just go a couple days early. I'll stay. Man, okay, no, I'll skip.
The first person you give a special hug to, Rocky, I'm not letting you back in the hotel room.
That's fair.
I want you to know that.
No, that's absolutely fine. I'm just, like, lamenting, like, slowly the fact that I'm not going to stay in Mandalay Bay for EVO. I'll be staying in an Atari hotel.
I mean, that's fair, but also you will be staying at a Atari hotel. I'd rather not stay at the Mandalay Bay, only because, I don't trust it.
Fair enough. I'm just still mad they try to get me to pay $7 for Nathan's Famous hot dog. Like, that's... Yeah, I'm still mad about that, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
I'll tell you what, man. There is a very special kind of angry, which comes with spending $45 at the Starbucks in the Luxor.
$45 for Starbucks? What the fuck are you getting? A gold leaf coffee? Damn.
No, Tegan, like in Vegas, I remember we were a bunch of like young 20-somethings and we didn't have a kitchen. Because if we had a kitchen, this would have been a non-issue. And we ended up going to some like burger place on the strip that tried to charge us $25 for a burger.
Well, I'm glad I'm going with you guys, because that means we're getting a Atari hotel room that has a thing, and I'm just gonna pitch in some money for food and then hang out and make jokes the whole time.
I mean, like, the most important part about Vegas is getting off the strip.
True.
The first rule of Vegas is get off the strip. The second rule of Vegas is get off the strip.
What's the third rule?
Don't go back to the strip.
If it's your first night in Vegas, you have to fight? I don't know. I just...
I gotta knife someone? Okay.
Like...
Streets of Rage, everyone. Vegas edition, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Like, the whole cutscene with the bazooka.
Can we please build this as the warlords go to Vegas?
God.
Your local warlords go to Vegas.
Oh, Jesus.
It'll be
my
vlog.
God.
It'll be great.
It'll be amazing.
I just kind of want, like, the first map in this, like, 16-bit brawler to be set up to be something kind of like Yoshi's Island 1-2. So that way, like, I just want to break open a crate and have there be an ostrich inside. It's like, hooray, you freed me. And then I just, like, ride it, like, punching in the back of its neck for, like...
Damn, Brian's out here donkey punching fucking ostriches? Like, Jesus Christ.
Look, man, do I look better than Mario to you?
Well, I thought at that point it would just be like a Wario cosplay. Like, I thought that's just like your vibe.
I would hope I don't have a Wario vibe.
Okay.
Man, I mean, Mario's donkey punching Yoshi.
He is definitely donkey punching Yoshi. He's also a war criminal, so, like, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Can I have a Luigi vibe?
Fine. Tegan...
I want a Luigi vibe.
Tegan didn't have the Luigi vibe. I'll do the Daisy vibe.
It's absolutely terrified of everything going along because everyone else is there.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm just super excited to be in the room. I'll shout my name constantly.
Yes.
Tegan is like trying to heat milk on the stove. You know? It could go well, but left ignored, your entire stove could become a loud, stinky mess.
True.
What does that mean?
Have you try to heat milk on the stove, Teeks?
Yeah, I don't have a problem doing it.
Okay. Then I think you can call yourself blessed then.
Okay.
Yay!
You've never, like, drifted off in reverie and been like, man, I'm just thinking about stuff, and then, like, oh no, and look down and see, like, milk bubble.
No, basically what I do is I baby my milk when I'm heating it up on the stove.
Okay. Because, like, there's places,
I'm very much like, it's okay, no rush, you're fine, you know?
Right. There's places I think it would be amusing to, like, take Tegan in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like, unleashing Tegan in the Museum of History of Nuclear Power.
I'm interested in that.
That sounds like fun!
That sounds like a good time.
We can see if I glow!
Especially when we get into their unadvertised bonus wing, which is, like, the history of Area 51 and aliens.
What? I'm gonna get me some aliens. Can I take them home?
Can
I take them
it's
home?
It's not actual Area 51. It's just like...
Can I take them home?
Or we take Tegan to the Mafia Museum. That could be a good time.
I think Tegan in the Mafia Museum is a very good choice.
Yep. Especially because...
I can't wait to go to Vegas.
Yeah. They have that area in the Mafia Museum, which is, like, totally set up for, like, taking silly pictures. And they're like, hey, do you want to stand here with a Tommy gun in front of this brick wall? Like,
Absolutely I do.
and I think that anything...
I'm shocked you had to ask.
Exactly. I think anything that even vaguely tugs at the cosplay strings of her heart is a good time.
Do they supply, like, vests or, like, you know?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Excellent.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. It's like
This is going to be an absolute disaster. I cannot wait.
of course, we have to go to Lotus of Siam. You know, like, you can't go...
True.
You can't go to Vegas and not eat there.
I mean, you can.
But then you're trash.
Oh, okay.
This is a hill that Brian's willing to die on.
Okay. That's fine. Well, I mean, is it all you can eat?
No.
Oh, okay, good. I'd only eat one plate. Don't take me anywhere that's all you can eat. It won't be worth it. You'll spend a lot of money and I'll eat, like, 2 things.
I think the way to go are Lotus of Siam, the Bootlegger, and the Double Down. That's the strat. I do kind of want to visit that new esports arena at the fucking Luxor. Like, that.
Yes.
That's really important.
Oh, yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah. Plus, they have that, like, new, like, kind of, like, board game, video game installation thing in the MGM Grand, where they're like, hey, guys, like, do you like video games? And I'm just like, that sounds like the kind of thing I need to hate professionally.
I mean, we should definitely go just to be like, this is us, your video game correspondent. We don't play video games competitively, but we're going to rate this esports arena. Hey!
Oh, man. Whose arena is it? Is it for Overwatch? Do you remember?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
All right, fair.
This fucking...
So it's just okay then.
Yeah, it's just okay.
I mean, thankfully it's at the south end of the strip, so there's, like, when you get bored in 2 seconds, a shit ton of stuff to still do. Like, it's literally right beside Mandalay Bay.
Right.
And so, like, if we are there during Evo times, then we'd just be like, well, this was a thing, and then go across the walkway to Mandalay Bay, then wander back to the conference center, and hopefully already have, like, be two-fisting the, like, yard-long drinks from, like, Fat Tuesdays, and see what's up.
I do have one requirement.
What's that?
I'm gonna need, like, a small bag, either a small book bag or a fanny pack, dealer's choice. But it needs to be full of candy, because I will die otherwise. I will legitimately die. Also, I need sunscreen. But I'll supply my own sunscreen, as long as I can have my small bag of candy.
Sure. Would like a candy list? Because we have different definitions of candy. I know that for sure.
It doesn't have to be, like, fancy candy.
Mm-hmm.
But, like a thing of after dinner mints or something is going to be perfect.
Okay.
Just something I can munch periodically, like, throughout the day and not, die on.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And nothing that's going to melt, because Vegas is hot, right? It's out there in that desert or whatever.
It can get hot, yes.
Yes.
Ugh, disgusting. Pass. I hate it already. My mom and my sister took a trip to Vegas and they did not take me. I was not allowed.
That's not gang.
I mean, it happens, you know.
Mm.
I don't know, like,
whatever.
If I want to, like, take, like, inventory of the good times I have had waltzing through purgatory, there's not much better than, like, hot tubbing with your homies in Vegas. Tegan, about this, like, fanny pack full of candy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want the cumulative milligrams of THC to be for the fanny pack?
Uncool.
0. 0. Absolutely negative.
Okay, guys, I have to level with you guys because it's come up enough times and I'm actually kind of self-conscious about it. I've never been in a hot tub.
You've never been in a hot tub?
No.
Oh, hot tubs are good. I love hot tubs, but I love boiling hot water.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know those monkeys in Japan that just like sit in onsen's? That's me. That's all I want to do all the time.
Okay.
I just want to cook alive.
Oh, man.
If this were Jack and the Beanstalk, and basically a giant was like, I'm gonna boil you up in soup, I'd be like, nice, let me in. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. You just need a pair of swim trunks.
I do have those.
I don't advise drinking in a hot tub.
Okay.
Or if you do drink, don't drink excessively.
Okay.
Because it's gonna be like, cool drink, hot water, you're gonna want to drink a ton, then you're gonna get drunk. And being really drunk in a hot tub is not a good time. Because there's all, like, the jets and stuff, and it gets your tummy all grumbly, and then, like, you barf in the tub, and then the jets are pushing your vomit everywhere. Not a good look.
But Tegan,
not a good look.
We just quoted you, like, this week.
I
on the
know.
Instagram.
I am gonna get trashed in a hot tub. I have done it before.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to do it professionally. For you, Rocky, I would not advise it for your first time in a hot tub.
So what you're saying...
You can have a drink, and I'll get trashed, and it'll be fine.
Okay. So what you're saying, and I quote, getting obliterated in a hot tub somewhere is a certain delicacy.
Yes.
Okay.
So Rocky, I would put a spin on this
Mm-hmm.
that might make Tegan just a tinge uncomfortable.
Okay.
Just a tinge. You don't know what you're doing. Let Mama take care of you.
Yeah. I got this. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm a professional.
All right, Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Let Mama, let Daddy take care of you. It's gonna be fine.
Okay, I think you're just trying
Daddy's
to make
gonna
me
pay for everything,
uncomfortable,
though.
because I got it the first time. I definitely answered in the affirmative. Everyone
Well,
at home heard me.
We had successfully identified Tegan as Mama, but we hadn't yet crossed that Rubicon. We
Oh,
hadn't...
no, Brian, you are not Daddy. This is canon. It's been established in the history of this show.
Yeah, you're the podcast father.
Yeah, podcast father.
I'm
podcast
baby.
dad.
Wait, I'm baby also, though. Can I be mom and baby at the same time?
Oh, God.
This show's...
Do I just swip between roles?
That is a particular dynamic.
Everybody, this show's brought to you by OnlyFans. OnlyFans.com.
Check out our OnlyFans, where we don't post anything, actually, because it doesn't exist. It's all Festival Hard Body's holographic ass. And we're using that money to fund our trip to Vegas, baby.
It's all Festival's hard body. It's... Do you get it?
Yes, Brian, we get it.
It's apostrophe humor. Oh, man.
Anyway.
Ain't nothing like exhausting Rocky.
Okay, so that was actually about the Atari. Brian, you have to buy one now.
Yeah, you do have to buy it and try. We're not going to let that go.
Because we did that in Megabit?
Yes.
Yeah, we did that megabit, but also, this is for everyone at home. Brian has to at least attempt to buy an Atari.
Also, Brian, we're not going to stop at megabits, okay? Megabits are rookie numbers, man. We got to get up to gigabits to terabits. We'll be there someday.
They finally did it. I just love that bit on Q&A where Elroy Patashnik is like, what are they up to now? Mega? And he's like, Terra. And he's like, my God, they finally did it. Those sons of bitches.
I love Leroy Patashnik. He's a great character.
Man. Oh, man. Hey, is there any stuff in this episode yet about my asshole falling on my butt? Or is this new? Was that all before the episode?
I think it was all before the episode.
Well, hey, guys at home, my asshole's going to fall at my butt, but it's unrelated. So, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I bought an RG351P from Ambernick. Mm-hmm. And I've really been enjoying it.
Oh, Twan wanted to know if it reliably emulates PS1 games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, PS1 games pose no challenge whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah. You start to run into needing to do a little bit of tinkering with N64 games that used the
expansion pack,
the RAM expansion, yeah, and Dreamcast games.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now that said, you don't need to do much tinkering. You just need to be willing to tinker at all. If you are willing to tinker at all, you are going to reliably run the N64 catalog and the Dreamcast catalog as well. I have bad news. If you are hoping to play the Sega Saturn catalog, all of your expected Sega Saturn issues persist. So,
RIP.
Yeah. I do not know what it is about emulating that fucking console that is so difficult.
I mean, they made it with wizardry. There's literally a devil in every single Sega Saturn. It doesn't run on technology.
Fuck, why was that machine so good? God damn.
It's because there's a sacrificed soul inside every box.
Right.
I started trying to like load on some Sega Saturn and 3DO games, and it was just like, what are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? And I'm like, I just want to play some fucking 3DO and Saturn. And they're like, well, you know what? Fuck you. And that's kind of where I'm at, and kind of like floating out there in the larger cyberspace is that feedback.
Well, Bren, if you do want to look for a substitute soul to try to put in your device to run Sega Saturn games, I do know a guy on TikTok that is selling fragments of his soul that are actually apparently tender for all transactions, metaphysical, pataphysical, and supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
So I could put you in contact.
Including Faye. Including Faye. There's a very specific, clause in there that says it does count for Faye transactions as well.
Yeah, I think part of the pitch was that if you need to get back the memory of your grandmother's name from a fairy that you met in a dream, you can use the tender instead of, your firstborn or the memory of your favorite song. So.
Yeah.
That all sounds easier to achieve than Sega Saturn emulation.
Yeah.
Or 3DO emulation, for that matter of fact.
I'm just saying, maybe it'll work. Just trying to give you some options, man.
That all said, consoles it can run. It runs very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
I put some ZX Spectrum stuff on there. It runs just fine. I started putting some Capcom CPS games on there. I was like, you know what? Like, 'tis the season to look at Morrigan's Bouncin' Titties. And I was right. It was the season. It is the season.
Well, yeah, man, it's like spooky season. That makes sense.
Yeah. So all that shit works really, really well. And that, really the only hard stops I've run into as far as, emulation goes, in a general broader sense. Really strong recommend. The build quality on this thing is fantastic. You pick it up, and it has, the feeling of a expensive object. It feels like something you spent money on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does.
There have been so many of these, really bad, Chinese handhelds that have been, virtually indistinguishable from each other. That, nice ones started finally coming out is kind of a weird feeling.
I get that.
Yeah. So, definitely worth fucking with. I think that I am sitting where you guys are sitting as far as, the GBA stuff goes. I do want either the analog solution or a original GBA, which has been pretty heavily modded to play my GBA games. I'm trying to decide how long to wait for this, because it's weird, playing a console this size, which is somewhere between a launch GBA and a GBA Micro, has really got me wanting to play GBA games.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, with this little console, I've been sitting here playing SNES games, I've been sitting here playing PlayStation games, I'm sitting here playing some Jaguar games, but very deliberately avoiding the GBA catalog, because I'm nope. I'm I have an extensive GBA cartridge collection. I want to fuck with my GBA cartridges. Let me wait. And I'm just how long do I wait? Because the Analog Pocket's not coming out until next year.
Right.
And there's no guarantee that they're going to release any more inventory on that thing. It could be that, what's sold is sold.
I mean, could, but, less so than, simply being rude. It's, financially dumb.
Yeah.
For every person that checked out that morning for the Analog Pocket, there were literally 9 people in line.
Right.
Yeah.
They could do more.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely took that to, a fundraising meeting somewhere where they're just hey, we want more money to make more pockets. The market is obviously here.
Yeah. I sincerely hope so, because I would like one.
That makes sense. It's a very desirable piece of hardware.
It is easily the best device they've created thus far. Period. Mm-hmm. Full stop. And that's a company which has done nothing but make beautiful devices. That's all they do. They don't make shit. In fact, that could have been their slogan. Analog, we don't make shit. So, I don't know. So, listeners, I've been getting some questions regarding the Brewsy. You guys seem to be into the Brewsy. You seem to be into the fact that I'm into the Brewsy. So, I figured a way to, perpetuate engagement on something that is already getting engagement is let me make garbage for you. I will make the weirdest, dumbest wine that we can come up with here on the show. So put your heads together, think hard. Let's make the dumb wine. Let's make the stupid booze. Think on it. I've had some ideas. Lemon lime Gatorade wine has come to mind. Ecto Cooler wine has come to mind because of how many little individual squeeze boxes that would require. Dr. Pepper wine, of course. But think on what you would want to be first into the breach for and try. And I will do. And I'll report back. So,
how will you be accepting feedback?
Come at your boy on Twitter. Daddy's driving the Twitter now.
Oh my god, please stop calling yourself that.
It's our fault. We created a monster.
Daddy's home.
That's never gonna not be funny. I'm sorry.
Daddy's home?
Hearing you call yourself daddy, I think it's funny.
You guys don't think I could carry off a daddy bit?
I don't know that I want you to carry off a daddy bit.
I don't like the phrase daddy bit. I'd like if we could stop using it.
You're making the baby uncomfortable.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm baby now.
Hot tub baby. It's hot tub baby.
Yeah, okay, there you go. I write it down. Can we go? Can we move past this?
I don't know. Can we, hot tub baby?
I want to die.
Be nice. Brian, you know how you can... Actually, I'm changing tactics immediately. Rocky, you know how you can stop this? Stop killing me in Among Us! Kill someone else!
No, because you know what's going to happen? I'm going to end up in a game at some point where I just neglect to kill Tegan. Or even worse, I'm actually a crewmate, but Tegan's just superstitious, and she's just like, Rocky hasn't killed me in the past, 2 minutes, and I made him promise on our podcast that he wouldn't kill me, so he's the imposter, and I just die. And it's just like, well, fuck me, I guess. It's like, huh.
Rip to you.
Yeah, rip to me.
It's a good game.
We were doing something, I swear. Maybe we were...
It's okay, hot tub baby.
Brian was talking about something before we told him to stop calling himself daddy. Oh, right. Twitter, Brewsy, hit Brian up at the Impossible Coin Twitter to tell him to make stupid booze.
I would like it to be orange. I don't know how you do that, but I would like it to be orange.
I feel like orange isn't that hard.
Well, but it's also gotta taste good.
Oh, no it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
We don't have to get
if
that.
it can just taste bad, then...
Yeah.
Fanta being a line of wine sounds something that's legitimately dumb, but I feel like the flavors are pretty simple.
In fact, I feel like the more garbage it tastes, the more the audience schadenfreude increases.
Well, yeah.
That's fine. That's totally fine. If they would have been like, he's drinking garbage shits. That's okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm just talking about the way they're wired. I would like it if my children are not wired that way. Don't revel in the suffering of others, kids.
Mm-hmm.
Especially you, hot tub baby.
What? I don't revel in the suffering of others. That's what makes it so easy to do.
I do. It's me. I'm the one who's reveling in the suffering of others.
Our little Tegan schadenfreude.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Brian, there's something here about your wife?
Oh, you mean my wife?
Yeah, that.
Wait, is it not actually about your wife? Or is this a bit? Did I miss out on a bit already?
Okay, so Tegan, 14 years ago, a movie came out called Borat.
Yeah, I did not see that movie.
Okay. And throughout the movie, Sacha Baron Cohen, as the character Borat, will refer to his wife loudly as my wife. It's one of the surviving memes of the film. There are less people now who refer to their butts as their pouch pussies and things like that.
Hey, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
A pouch?
I don't want to know. Don't, nope. I don't need to know. I can't believe that's funny.
My wife?
No, the other one.
Pouch pussy?
There it is.
Yep.
There.
Anyway.
So, yes, here we are, 14 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And Sacha Baron Cohen is trying to, solve the problem of, how do you make another Borat movie in a space which knows what he looks like when dressed up as Borat. Because that means that, a lot of the gags he would get from, just walking up to people and being like, my wife, he can't do anymore because of, general public familiarity of his appearance. Second, how do you make another Borat movie about America in decline when America done declined? Like, we have done shit the bed. There's just really not much we could do to get worse. And so, like, making a movie about, like, the decline of the United States, as seen through the prism of this, like, journalist from Kazakhstan, seems less potent when it feels like we've already gotten there. Now, that all said, first I need to issue a disclaimer. The film, Borat, subsequent movie film, which is the title of this movie, is distributed by Amazon Film Studios and exclusively viewable on Amazon Prime. I should stress that I am not a representative in this capacity for Amazon, and I'm speaking entirely for myself. But I really liked it. It seemed like things I'd always wanted Sacha Baron Cohen to have, which included, like, discipline as a storyteller, he suddenly, like, developed. Because, like, it felt like when you would watch, like, Borat or Ali G or Bruno, that those movies felt like a series of, like, loosely strung together skits, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it didn't really feel like there was much in the way of narrative cohesion at all. You're just like, look at this asshole being an asshole for an hour and a half. But Borat's subsequent movie film definitely has a narrative structure, definitely has a story, and understands things like also, like, holding back its, like, most potent and powerful gag until the climax are things like, because, like, when you watch Borat or you watch, like, Bruno, like, there's no real sense of, like, rising action. Each thing is just as shocking as the thing that just happened, and so it never feels like it's rising. Borat's subsequent movie film definitely understands the idea of, like, rising action, and so, like, by the time you get to the climax of the film, you're kind of just sitting there, like, staring at your screen, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. When they finally reach the Rudy Giuliani bet, it's fucking magnificent. I don't know how stupid Rudy Giuliani is, but he is dumb.
I mean, I've seen some accounts that apparently Rudy Giuliani is notoriously easy to prank.
All right, so in this film, Borat is sent to America in disgrace in order to deliver a chimpanzee to Mike Pence as a gift. When the crate shows up, which is supposed to contain the chimp, there's the skeleton of the chimp in there and his daughter, who in Kazakhstan is livestock. They do this whole bit about how conservatives treat women as livestock. They're like, oh, I will give Michael Penis my daughter, you know. And eventually they decide to not give Michael Penis Borat's daughter, but that the person who they should give Borat's daughter to is Rudy Giuliani. So there's this sequence where the daughter cleans up, and she looks very much like a Fox News reporter. The kind of, like, blonde ice tart, which seems to be, like, the look from Fox News and women.
Right.
And she's interviewing Giuliani, which where, like, Borat just kind of, like, wanders into the room, and he's like, my wife, and he, like, dumps something on his daughter, and she's like, oh no, I have mess. Giuliani's like, oh, let me help you. And this is after he's been already openly grabbing his dick in his chair. Just, like, sitting there, like, talking to this woman, like, groping himself. So he follows this woman into the other room, which is where this is like a suite in a hotel, and they're in the office section of the suite. So he follows her into past the room where the bedroom and bathroom are, and he follows her in, and immediately starts laying hands on her. This sequence is entirely filled with, like, hidden cameras, and you just, like, see Rudy Giuliani, when he thinks nobody is looking, trying to grope what he believes is a reporter in her 20s. Eventually, Giuliani goes over to the bed, lays down with his, like, legs hanging off the bed, unbuckles his pants, and just takes his fucking cock out of his pants. Because he's, like, expecting a blowjob. And it's just like, holy shit. It appeared to be, like, I've seen pranks where people have been, like, backed up into something, like, very specific. But this was just Giuliani, like, off the hook, being a monster person. Like,
Raw Giuliani, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, holy shit. And which were like Borat, like when he like finally like lays down in the bed, like starts taking his dick out, Borat then like bursts in. It's like, my daughter, she's 15. And just like, at which point you see like how quickly like the blood creeps back into Giuliani's face when he hears like, my daughter, she's 15. And he's like, my daughter, she's 15. You know, like, pleased to take pleasure from my pocket pussy, my pussy pouch. And like, well, fuck that, and not my daughter. And like Giuliani like scuttles off like some kind of like weird hermit crab, but just like, how the fuck are you that evil? Or that like somebody's like, oh no, I have a splash of liquid on my shirt to be like, I'm gonna follow this person into this room and see if I can abuse them for sex. It's one of those things where I can't compute being that disconnected from the way people work and like human value and emotion. Like, I can't process what it would take to follow someone into a room to try and abuse them for sex. But I am sure glad that Sacha Baron Cohen fully exposed Rudy Giuliani's ass for yucks. Fuck him. You have thoughts. You have a whole bunch of them.
I hate to say this, but I don't think there's anything about Rudy Giuliani's life that's going to change after the proliferation of this movie. Like, I don't see anything about his life changing at all. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's on film, and we know, and it was played up for yucks, and that might be a kind of an offense, even though it's not a real one. But the point is that because people can point and laugh at it, and, you know, not like send him to jail over it, like, I don't think anything is going to change.
So I guess the people that we would need to hold responsible here for like sending Rudy Giuliani to jail would need to be like the district attorney's office in the city of New York, which is where this interview was happening.
Right.
Right. If you have video footage of Rudy Giuliani, like, molesting a reporter and, like, soliciting oral sex, then why not act on it?
I don't have the answers to those questions, but I am almost certain they exist, Brian.
Yeah. I don't think we'll be happy with those answers.
No, I don't think so either. But also, I don't have power over the district attorney in New York.
Oh, man. Tegan?
Yeah.
There's a picture that you put in the thing.
Yeah, it's a picture! It's a picture! Isn't it cute? It's the best picture!
That's not a picture of Rudy Giuliani.
No, it's not! It's not a picture of Rudy Giuliani. It's a picture of a chipmunk that was in my bedroom today.
Jesus!
Yeah! And you wanna know what happened? My son, my good baby boy, my hardworking baby boy Nico, he's such a good boy. He came up into the bedroom, and he caught it for us, and then he dropped it, and then he caught it again, and then he dropped it, and then he got it again, and then he dropped it, and then he caught it again, and then he dropped it, and then caught it again, and then eventually, he helped us corner it and get it in that Tupperware. Now, the lid on that Tupperware in the picture that's on the Patreon is not like sealed. We did not want to suffocate the chipmunk. I want to make that abundantly clear. We took him back outside where he belongs. But this is our wild animal that came into our house. This happens every year. Last year it was a bat. The first year it was a chipmunk also. So this year we got a little chipmunk friend. He's cute. And we got him and we put him back outside. And then he stayed outside. And that's it. That's our fall animal wrangling for this year. Ay. I do have pictures of the other chipmunk and the bat from previous years that I can include as well.
Actually, I do remember the story about the bat.
Yep.
Yeah! He got caught up by our Starship Enterprise, remember?
Yep.
But yeah, this guy was in our bedroom. It was great. To be fair, Nico also brought him upstairs because he caught him downstairs and he brought him up to show us. It was a good time. He's a good boy. He worked hard. He worked hard today. And so, I gave him treats. And I gave Roman treats because Nico he just ruffled his fur a little bit. He didn't bite hard enough to, like, pierce the skin or anything. You know, it was mostly just, like, scaring a chipmunk.
I have a question about Nico.
Yeah, Nico's a good boy.
When Nico carries around his quarry, does he make like this like baleful wail, like "Rawr"?
No, he just murs. He straight up murs. I know exactly the wail you're talking about. He does not. If he sees, and this happens also if he has like a bag of catnip, and Roman looks at him, he'll look at Roman and then murr, like, "This is mine," and then he'll walk away with it. Roman wanted to get in on the action, but I'm pretty sure Roman would have killed the chipmunk, and then I would have had blood to clean up in the carpet instead of just nothing to clean up in the carpet. So,
our little old lady cat, Go-Go, whenever she helps us by killing a sock or something else from the hamper, will walk around with the garment in her mouth, doing the baleful wail to let us know like she's murdered a pair of Beth's underwear, or she's murdered a sock, or...
What a good cat.
Yeah, she wants to let us know she did that murder.
Yeah, so Nico just wanted us to know that he caught the chipmunk because he wanted the treats. And, like, I don't blame him. Basically what happened is, I heard Nico come up the stairs, and I heard the murr, and I, like, peeked out from where I was in the kitchen, and Alex was playing video games in the living room. I went, "Alex, Nico has a squirrel!" And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "It's alive! Get a Tupperware!" And then he got the kitchen gloves, too. Because my thought was, like, if I got him before, like, Alex got the Tupperware together, I could just pick him up that way, like I did with the bat. When we got him cornered, I did put my hands in, like, a little V and, like, scooch him towards the Tupperware. And then we took him back outside! Yay! And that's our fall animal wrangling for this year. Tune in next year when I find out what we're gonna wrangle.
Ostrich.
Yeah, well, hopefully not. I mean, ideally it won't be a bat again. Like, I would like it to only be chipmunks and mice. That's preferable.
Maybe you guys will wrestle a deer, like that one episode of Nichijou.
Dude, there are deer! So we live, like, a block and a half away from a park, and there are big deer, and I know earlier this spring I was like, "There's deer," and he put his baby in my front yard. The deer's back with his baby, and they're hanging out in my backyard, so... I think at this point I just gotta get a salt lick and stick it out there for him. Like, I don't know what else to do. They're just hanging. I don't blame them.
Shoutouts to the Vibin deer.
Yeah, shoutouts to the Vibin deer. We're glad you're enjoying it. I'm gonna plant some better plants back there for you. Or something. I don't know. What did deer eat? The other big thing I did was I did the voting thing. Yay, I voted. Don't forget to do it. Make a plan. I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for. You already know who we think you should vote for.
This is also
I don't have to say it here. Use your available resources. You don't want to go to everybody's fucking campaign website. That's fine. Use Ballotopedia. Use your senator's voter information. Like, you can see how they vote. It's public record. Mm-hmm. Like, do that. It's a Google search away. Everybody's mail-in voting or, like, early voting. Your ballot's probably available online right now for you to view. Just, like, Google state ballot, and there it'll be, and you can check it out.
Oh, I want to talk quickly to the children and also people in my particular peer group in some of the battleground states. I'm very proud of you. Mm-hmm. Fucking Florida's voter turnout so far in relation to what happened in 2016 have multiplied by a factor of 8 so far.
Oh, excellent. Good job.
Really great. I hope you guys stay, like, involved, even though you may be facing an existential threat. I don't know if that's exactly true, but
Yeah, there's there's something comforting to all these, like, different people who, like, put out polls. Putting out a poll which has a very special asterisk that says, "Hi, reader of polls. You may remember 2016 where we all told you it was going to be Hillary, and then it wasn't. Here are 2 polls, side by side. One of them is built using 2020 methodology, and here's one built with 2016 methodology." Basically, we want to show you that, like, if the polls were, like, still wrong, like, and still built on the 2016 methodology, Biden would still be winning. It's ridiculous how far ahead he is.
Yeah, but don't get complacent. Don't do it.
Tegan, is there any part of me that sounds complacent?
No,
she's talking to people.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who are listening. Don't do it. Don't fall for that trick again. It may not be a trick. Don't do it. Don't listen. Vote.
I mean, I definitely
vote like he's behind.
I voted last year, but like I definitely fell for it in 2016. I'm like, there's no way.
I did too. And I went into work the next day and I looked like shit. And I know I looked like shit because my boss came around the thing and said, rough night last night? And I just looked at her and went, yep. I looked bad the next day. To be fair, I did stay up. I watched all the votes. I was up until Hawaii came in, and I was sobbing. It was miserable. And, like, guess what? I wasn't wrong. It's been miserable. Like, fuck. Ohio is also doing well as far as early voting numbers. We've got over 1 million people voting so far, which is better. It's triple the number that we had in 2016 at this time, and we've only had early voting available for 2 weeks. Starting today, as of recording day, you can vote on Saturdays now. You can vote on Saturdays and Sundays now in Ohio. Fucking make some time. As long as you are in line before the polling place closes, you can vote. They cannot turn you away. It is illegal for your employer to fire you for voting.
That's true.
Like, there's no reason not to vote. It's illegal. Your employer has to legally allow you enough time to vote. If you are in line and your shift is getting ready to start, do not leave. Text your boss and tell him you're voting. He can't fire you. Also, what are they gonna do? Like, there's fucking nobody who wants to work anyway. Or whatever.
Yep.
Your restaurant job will still be there, I promise. Unless your place shuts down. You know? Fuck it.
We're working on that.
We're working on things and stuff. But yeah. That's it. Do the voting. Do it. Do the voting thing. You're gonna hear it. I'm gonna remind everybody to vote next week also, because next week it'll be the last time. It'll be the last time. Oh no, this week is the last time you're going to hear me talk about it, because
we're offset.
By the time we record next week, voting will be over. Damn. Get your shit together and vote. Make a plan. People who have cars. Drive people who don't have cars. Like, figure it out.
Call your people.
Fuck.
Call like 3 friends or whatever that the text messages they say. Also, try not to yell too much at the text message people. They're definitely just trying to do what they can.
When you vote, when your ballot is registered as complete, they stop calling and they stop texting. Vote sooner to stop the spam calls and texts. Stop it. Vote. If you vote, they stop. I got 3 texts a day for fucking Catherine, whoever you are. I'm sure you're 1 digit off from me. I got 3 texts a day for you until I voted on Tuesday, and now I haven't gotten a single one because they know I voted already. The person who owns this phone number voted already, so now they've stopped texting me. Do it. Do the thing.
Free.
I'm finally free. Also, like, yeah. Also, actually, if you have a mail-in ballot, go ahead and send it. Check online. You can check online for your state's requirements, but Ohio is accepting mail-in ballots as long as they are postmarked by the election day up through the following Saturday. So as long as your ballot in Ohio is postmarked by November 3rd, they are accepting it through November 14th. Your vote will still fucking count. Ah! Tired. I'm so tired. I had people on TikTok advising me that if I have to leave the country, I should dye my hair brown.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
That's a thing. I was like, but I'm naturally a redhead. And they're like, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Dye your hair brown. I was like, okay.
Makes things easier.
I'm not gonna match my paperwork, but fuck it, I guess. All my paperwork's gonna say red hair.
Well, like, I think it's more that, like, especially when you end up in the place, people with brown hair tend to, like, be left to their own devices. They get accosted less, especially if you don't stand out.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's all about that blending in, baby. I do also have cosplay contacts that make it look like I have more naturally brown eyes instead of vibrant green eyes. So, you know, it's a whole thing.
When we learn about Tegan's, like, secret job as, like, espionage, counterintelligence.
Dude, that'd be so cool. Do you think I could do that? No.
I think you could, like, especially with the proper catalyst, like maybe trying to save your home nation that's now a fallen state. But, you know, whatever.
Ohio, the fallen state. I just have to save the heartland.
I just have to save the heartland. Oh, no.
Our stickers, okay, I have to say, the Ohio voting stickers are the best voting stickers, and you cannot convince me otherwise. You can't convince me otherwise. The Ohio voting stickers are it's basically I heart vote, but because of the way Ohio is shaped, it says I Ohio vote, because they put the state in where the heart would be.
That's actually pretty good.
So instead of I love vote, it's I Ohio vote. They're the best. No one else can do that. Because your state isn't shaped like a heart. Haha.
I'm trying to think. West Virginia? No. West Virginia looks like a comet, though, right?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, it does look like a comet.
And Iowa.
But yeah, nobody looks like a heart. We're the heartland.
Illinois is like
We're also
straight up. Damn it. Yeah, I think maybe they're the only ones that can do it.
It's us. We got the best voting stickers. Prove me wrong. Tweet your voting sticker. At me, specifically. Show me your voting sticker. I want to see them.
There you go, folks.
Especially you, Oklahoma. What the heck do yours look like? I know you're here.
Okay, I think we should move into our one news story.
Yeah, that's fair. We can do that. Okay, so, speaking of elected officials, because that's a thing I just did, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez? I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry.
It's Ocasio.
Ocasio? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm bad at things. But yeah, anyway. Well, to be fair, she did say on the stream that the other streamers could call her AOC, but Mike Pence could not call her AOC. So I am going to accept that, and I'm just going to call her AOC for the stream. If you don't like that, please let me know. Also, I'm a fan. Anyway, AOC did an Among Us stream on Tuesday, October 20th. And specifically to get people to vote, making a plan and going out and early voting. And at its peak, there were 439,000 concurrent viewers. Which is, wow, a lot. Could you imagine you set up a stream in a day and then, bam, already you're partnered and affiliated and everything else. I know, Nico. It's amazing. So she played Among Us with fellow U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar from Minnesota, Pokimane, Disguised Toast, Dr. Lupo, Jacksepticeye, Valkyrie, I think Corpse Husband was on there at one point. Just, beautiful. It was so fun. And literally the first game, she got imposter, and she was like, I don't know what to do. How do I do things? But she got imposter with Toast, so Toast helped her out a bunch. It was good. And while most of the stream, did focus on them actually playing the game, she did, bring up the importance of just going out and voting. And obviously, she said at the very beginning, I would prefer if you do blue down the ticket. But I understand that's not for everybody. The important thing is, you vote. And whenever they would skip a vote, and it'd be two people were tied to be voted out, she's like, see, and this is why every vote is important. And it was really neat. It was very nice. However, now, currently, at time of recording, Inner Sloth has taken the public servers down for emergency maintenance because there's a group that has blacked out all the public lobbies and the chat is being spammed with subscribe to Eris Loris on YouTube, Trump 2020, and a link to a Discord. So Inner Sloth is recommending that if you're playing Among Us right now, only playing private games with people you know and trust until they're able to confirm that all the public lobbies are fixed. So fuck whoever this dude is that's ruining Among Us for everybody else. So at the beginning of the game also, everybody was saying, I don't feel comfortable assassinating a U.S. Congresswoman in a game about murder. And they were like, no, it's fine. Please, you're gonna have to eventually. And they were like, all right. But it was really funny. And they were all everybody was very nice and very fun. AOC said at the beginning that, her group had people on Twitch and on Streamlabs, 11 o'clock at night the night before, helping her set everything up. So she had, a nice overlay and getting her affiliated and all that stuff. Getting the little, confirmed check mark and all that. And apparently a bunch of constituents were so excited after she was like, yeah, we can see about setting up a stream, that they sent in assets for her to use, like Streamlabs to use, that were like based on her like campaign signs and stuff. It was very nice. It was very wholesome overall. I ended up switching from her stream to Jax though, because like AOC is excellent, but she's not a streamer. And, like, I'm sure she's gonna get better at it because she does play League of Legends also. And, like, she could stream League of Legends theoretically as, like, a way to reach out to her constituents, which is wild. Like, already her Instagram stories and Instagram lives have been really good about doing stuff like that and, like, really explaining, like, what's going on and what kind of issues they're looking at and, like, explaining stuff in more like layman's terms for people.
Right.
Which has been really nice, and I'd love to see her do that, you know, online more. I think more people, more Congress people should be trying to make sure their constituents are all informed, specifically. And I don't see a lot of other senators attempting that. But also, that could be due to the age differences and understanding levels of technological understanding.
Hey.
That happened.
Danny Trejo is in his mid-fucking 70s.
Bernie Sanders figured out how to Facebook Live. Like, I mean, you know what? They just don't want to. And, like, that's fine. We understand that being on the internet, being perceived on the internet is terrifying. Try being, like, a woman on the internet. Like, fuck off. Put yourself out there, senators. Like, it's an easier way to connect with people, honestly, and you can get, like, live feedback from people.
Yeah. I remember it was, like, the first or second Friday of being shut down for the pandemic. Like, you know, the, like, we are holed up in our bunkers kind of thing.
Right.
And I remember tuning into AOC's Instagram on Friday, because, you know, she always goes live on Fridays. And generally when she goes live on Friday, she's cooking herself dinner. But this particular Friday, she's like, guys, I'm exhausted. Pandemic and everything. So I'm going to be making myself a margarita. And I was like, man, there are so few politicians that I think that I would just follow into some kind of battle, be like, well, yes, I too will make myself a margarita. Just like, you have my sword. Just,
right.
Yeah, just.
You have my shaker and my strainer and my limes. Like,
I never thought I'd die in battle beside an elf.
You know, when they used to be like, well, like, which candidate would you like to have a beer with? Being live on Instagram, being available to your constituents, like, through different kinds of social media, is going to be the new, would you have a beer with this person? It's, would you watch this person live stream? Would you interact with them directly via social media?
I got it.
That's going to be the new benchmark. I think as more of, like, quote-unquote, our generation, and I know, like, I'm pretty sure all three of us are in different generations, but as more of, like, our groups get into positions of authority like that,
wait,
it's going to shift the way that they talk to people.
Aren't both of y'all millennials?
I mean,
I don't know if Rocky's a millennial,
we're all
technically.
millennials.
Are we all millennials?
Yeah, Brian's like an elder millennial.
No, I am the, as young as they get and be an Xer. I'm an Xer.
Yeah, I thought...
I swear.
Because you're like 10 years older than me, right, Brian? Something like that?
I'm born in 79, and depending on...
Oh, yeah.
So depending on who you ask, millennials either start in like 80, 82, or 83.
Right.
Any way you slice that, I'm not them. I'm not 80, 82,
yeah.
or 83.
I think technically I'd fall in like the end of the elder millennial group at an 88. So Gen Z's like not quite, like a little bit after 92, right? It's like 93 or something is when Gen Z starts, technically.
I thought Gen Z starts like 96, 97.
Does it?
95.
I don't know.
Thank you.
95?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. All these numbers are made up. It doesn't matter.
They're all marketing
We're
terms.
All numbers are made
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
All numbers are made up. It doesn't matter. But I think as, like, people around, like, in our age groups get into, like, higher political positions, our ability to communicate via technology is going to become one of the main ways that senators communicate with their constituents, especially when they're in DC. Because, like, now, it's not a phone call and, like, an airplane ride or whatever away. They can be right there. They just have to turn on any device with a camera. Literally anything. Cell phone, laptop, it doesn't matter. And you can't tell me they don't all have fucking smartphones. They could stream from wherever they have internet connection. It doesn't matter. You know?
Right.
The technology exists. The infrastructure, like, pseudo-exists. Like, and if all else, like, that should be a thing. That could be a thing. Like, I'm going to get all of my constituents super connected to via internet, like, get new infrastructure. That could be a whole platform. I'm gonna get everyone into the internet so that they can talk to me directly in the easiest manner where I can respond to them right away, you know, the whole thing. And, like, this is you, Rob Portman, you fucking piece of shit. You never respond to me! I send you emails, I send you letters, I call your fucking office, you don't do shit. AOC isn't even my senator and she responds to my questions. Fuck you! God! Piece of shit, old man. I can't wait for your ass to get out of there. Can't wait. Fucking goddamn it. I hate him! I don't really hate him. I am disappointed in his performance, and I look forward to firing him officially. Fuck! Anyway, this was supposed to be about how AOC did good on Twitch. She did good on Twitch. She pulled the numbers. She was in, like, the top 10 streamers while she was actually in Among Us, but, like, she's not a professional streamer, and she didn't come off as a professional streamer. She definitely was, like, handling it more like her Instagram lives, even where it was like, this is me playing the game, and then whenever there was, like, downtime in between, she was talking to people about, like, the importance of voting, and talking about the different tickets that are available, and the different ways you can vote in New York, and when early voting started, and, like, all of that sort of thing, which was nice. And while I definitely would not want to watch an Among Us game where it was all fucking senators, like, it was fun. This one was fun.
Tegan?
Yeah.
You said a thing 19 times. It's given me a stroke every time.
Yeah, what was it? What was it?
AOC is no one's senator.
Yeah, she's actually a representative.
Oh, is she House of Representatives?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Same difference.
No, it is not same difference.
I mean, same difference, like, that's literally a tautology. Like, I don't think we can actually argue against that. But I understand what you're saying. It's splitting hairs in a way that is actually meaningful.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad. She's not a senator yet.
You know, hopefully she gets to
That's
skip
the
it,
next
but,
step.
You know,
And then,
not a lot of people
she can just
to.
wait to president. Well, Trump got to skip all of it, so you know what?
He took advantage of a bad situation. I'm not going to count it.
He did.
Speaking of streamers, I want to talk a little bit about a statement that was made by Alex Hutchinson.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm trying to remember his exact title. I know he is a big wig at Stadia. Brian, do you happen to know his title off the top of your head?
Fart magician.
That's fun. Creative lead. There we go.
Yeah.
That's not a fucking title. That's not a real title.
So I guess it would be like creative director is the specific
Yeah.
Title. Someone's never worked in tech.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't worked in tech because that's some bullshit.
I mean, it is some bullshit, but here's the thing. Mr. Hutchinson decided to grace us all on Twitter with one of the most toxic takes of 2020. I'm just going to read it in full, if that's okay with everyone here.
Yeah, go for it, please.
Oh, God.
I look forward to this.
The tweet begins, streamers worried about getting their content pulled because they use music they didn't pay for should be more worried by the fact that they're streaming games they didn't pay for as well. It's all gone as soon as publishers decide to enforce it. The second tweet reads, the real truth is streamers should be paying the developers and publishers for the games they stream. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content they use.
Any real business.
So, the thing about this is, across the industry, it is a well-known fact that most streamers are actually paid to stream the games that they play. And it happens because the people that are making the game want to get it in the public consciousness. Hell, it's the whole reason that Apex Legends had 1 million concurrent players in its first week. Holy shit. He has real power at Stadia. and he has no idea how streaming works. This is actually really fucking amazing. Honestly, I hope he tricks AAA companies into no longer paying streamers so that indies take over the market and we get a real, like, paradigm shift on our hands. Because, Jesus Christ, if these kind of guys are in charge, I don't know what's really going to happen, except for, you know, Stadia failing, but I knew that before I read those tweets.
You know what's great, though, is that, like, Google's even been like, oh, no.
I'm glad they're scared.
They legit went, like, the recent tweets by Alex Hutchinson, creative director at Montreal studio of Stadia Games and Entertainment, do not reflect those of Stadia, YouTube, or Google. Like, wow! Your take was so bad that the people who write your paychecks went, nah, fam, this ain't it.
So, something else I additionally enjoyed from this was that he decided to, like, in, like, kind of, like, a weird, like, outburst off to the side of this behavior, just take a swipe at Giant Bomb.
Oh, yeah.
What? Really?
Right. Can you think of any, like, more respected, continuously operating organs of games media? Some of the most respected elder journalists of video games are at Giant Bomb. And he just, like, takes a swipe at him. He's like, fuck Giant Bomb. They don't pay for the games they stream. Are you fucking kidding? Like, they are a primary mechanism for, like, delivery of news for the games industry. Like, the games industry wants to hear about, like, Gerstmann and Navarro and Vinny, like, liking things. Because it helps them sell things.
Right.
I can actually sit here and list video games I have actively bought because it looked like people were having fun on Giant Bomb playing it. I picked up Hitman in the first place because it looked like they were having fun playing it on Giant Bomb. And so, like, here comes this fucking guy, and he's like, Giant Bomb doesn't pay to stream things. And the particular guy he went after, Alex Navarro, doesn't have any patience for bullshit. His response was to retweet one of Hutchinson's, like, dumb tweets. He goes, speaking of things that people don't want to pay for, how's Stadia going?
Oh, nice.
Man, Stadia. Y'all remember Stadia?
Yeah, right?
I mean,
we were so excited for Stadia, like, months ago. Did you see what his last tweet of, like, the night for that was? And he has not tweeted since, at time of recording.
Oh, that guy's in a shame cave somewhere.
Legit, his last tweet of the night of that entire rant thing was, anyway, gonna hop online and stream some Fall Guys. Who's up for it? Fuck off, you piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Go away.
Everything he's done in the past 2 days have been, like, horrifically ratioed. This is amazing.
God.
My favorite reaction underneath these tweets is a screenshot from Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, and it's Edgeworth, and he says, "You're not a clown, you're the entire circus."
Oh man, I really hope they make another Ace Attorney game someday. I don't know if they will. I'm really worried. But that's a lot.
I've got good news and bad news. The good news is Capcom likes money.
They do like money. Yeah.
The bad news is that Capcom could never figure out more than 2 ways to make money at a time.
Okay. I mean, I guess it's like that.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not gonna...
Tell me I'm wrong. I double dare you because, like, I swear to fucking God, they might as well hang a sign out front right now that says Monster Hunter and Resident Evil the place.
I mean, they're still doing Street Fighter League.
Oh, boo. I said make money, not prop up fucking vestiges of empires gone by. Like,
I'm not going to pretend that Street Fighter 5 doesn't make money. I'm sorry.
Oh, God. At this point, like, all the Street Fighter 5 money is just, like, costumes, right? Like,
I mean, mostly, yeah.
yeah, it's like, put Chun-Li in this, like, outfit where she's dressed up like a fire truck.
Yeah, you know what, though? I respect that. I respect that because some poor cosplayer somewhere in the world has to then make that costume because that becomes their favorite costume, and, like, that's work. And we love to see it.
But some cosplayer who goes to Vegas dressed as fire truck Chun-Li doesn't actually put any more money into Capcom's pocket.
Well, until you realize that the person that's never seen Chun-Li dressed that way before but loves this cosplayer, and then they buy Street Fighter 5 and then buy the costume. It's the circle of life, Brian.
You hate to see it.
It's a circle of life.
Speaking of the circle of life, as happens a couple times a year, Team 5 at Blizzard said, come before us, we have the Hearthstone news. We, the collected citizenry of Hearthstone, said, oh yeah? You gonna tell us about the November expansion? Because it's going to be that time of year? And they're said, well, good sir, we're going to tell you about more than a November expansion. We got news. And they weren't kidding. There's a lot going on in Hearthstone right now.
Ooh.
So they talked about the new expansion, which is called Madness at the Dark Moon Fair, which is a cross between a traveling circus theme and a cosmic horror theme. And they're going to introduce a new keyword called Corrupt for this expansion.
Ooh.
And the way you activate a card with the keyword Corrupt is you then play a card that costs more than it. So, let's say you play a card which has a value of 5 and has the keyword Corrupt. Once you play a card which has a value of 6, it activates that card's Corrupt value. And so they're bringing back the Elder Gods of Hearthstone. So Cthulhu is back, which also made me realize that, Hearthstone has now been running long enough that there are, things that have gone out of rotation that people are nostalgic for. Because they're we're bringing back the Elder Gods. And, they introduced the new, way the Elder God cards are going to work. And, this all seems really cool. And some of the Elder God effects are, pretty different than the way that they worked back in 2016. The way it worked with Cthulhu before was just, you would get your Cthulhu card in your deck, and then you'd play these cards that would, buff Cthulhu's battle cry of, doing 1 damage for his attack and health value. But now what happens is you shuffle Cthulhu into your deck, and you also shuffle 4 cards into your deck called Heart of Cthulhu, Eye Cthulhu, Body of Cthulhu, and Maw of Cthulhu.
Shoutouts to Exodia.
Yep. And each one of those cards has a value of 5 to play it, and then is corruptible. Meaning that, you play these cards, you corrupt them, and then, your Cthulhu will do 30 damage with its battle cry. And the new effect for Yogg Saron is pretty awesome. If you cast at least 10 spells in a game, you get to spin the wheel of Yogg, which is an entirely new effect. Most of the slots on this wheel have about a 19% chance of coming true, which is stuff like give yourself a board full of rush minions or a handful of spells that cost 0. But there's a spot on the wheel which is a 5% chance called the Rod of Roasting, where it just starts pyroblasting everything on the board until either you or your opponent dies.
Just indiscriminately?
Yes.
Fuck you, fuck me, fuck everybody around.
Yep. And I'm into it.
Jesus.
I'm into it. I had a chance to see some video footage of the Rod of Roasting, and it was exactly as funny as I thought it would be, which is to say a lot. And, it sounds like all the standard deals for, the November expansion, coming out the week before Thanksgiving, so that way you can have a whole bunch of captive players who are hiding from their families, playing Hearthstone the week after, which I wonder how different that's going to be this year because of, LOL pandemic. Also, with their announcement, they're hey guys, we're not just announcing a awesome new expansion coming out in November, we're also announcing a brand new gameplay mode.
Oh, just in time for the winter months.
They don't introduce whole new gameplay modes all that often. After they launched, the first new gameplay mode came in 2015, which was called Tavern Brawl, a game which has a very specific set of rules, and then those rules will change every Wednesday. This week you can only play a game which has all spells and no minions in your deck, and then if that doesn't float your boat, you check back next Wednesday and see what the new rules are.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and then they introduced Battlegrounds, which was auto chess last year. Now this is something which people who like competitive card games have been asking for years, which is a drafting mode. So you start the game by building a deck of 15 cards with no duplicates allowed, and you pick a effect for your deck, a passive effect. and then you go in there and you start like playing against other people. And then every so often, you'll get to either like draft between 3 groups of 3 cards to expand the size of your deck, or add another treasure to your deck, which will have like a potent effect once drawn and played. Like an example of like a powerful treasure is like a card that once it's played changes every card in your hand into like a legendary minion. Like that's a very powerful effect, but in order for it to happen, you have to draw it and play it. So getting a true drafting mode is pretty exciting. You know, like Hearthstone's never had one before. Like there have been like situations where like people have like simulated draft modes for tournaments and stuff. But like lo and behold, here is a new draft mode for tournaments and for casual play. To play the draft mode casually doesn't ask you for any gold or anything else. And the way that the gold works for the draft mode, if you decide you want to, air quotes, make it interesting, is you get to place a bet on, like, yourself, and then you start playing the duels mode. And as long as you get more than 3 wins, you'll win and get whatever your bet was back.
Oh, that seems nice.
Yeah. Once you get up to 12 wins, you're then, like, forced to retire, and you get the largest possible, like, treasure chest, which is for 12-win people. So, you only have to hit the 25th percentile in order for it to, like, not actively screw you. Yeah. They're also, like, issuing a bunch of people, like, free admission right now for playing the mode in order to, like, encourage people to try it out. So far, it seems pretty cool. Yeah. New mode, new expansion. They had yet more news, which is that they're revising the reward system for Hearthstone. The old, like, dailies that we're used to will continue to exist, but there's also going to now be weeklies and monthlies, and they're introducing something called Tavern Pass. You can purchase the Tavern Pass for each season, and as you fill out your Tavern Pass, you'll earn card packs, you'll earn card backs, you'll earn gold, you'll earn dust. So
this seems like an illegal amount of news for Hearthstone. That seems like too many things dropping at the same time. Stop it. Stop it, slow down.
Okay. I should say, Hearthstone has had a really good year. Like,
I know, but like, stop it, slow down.
I'm just glad to see them clearly having direction again, because there was definitely a time where like the game felt adrift, and it felt like the only reason I was playing it was out of habit. Mm-hmm. It's nice to see so much good work happening right now, and like no end in sight for that good work. Hooray! Like Tavern Pass, I'm down. You know, new like drafting mode, I'm down. Like Circus Cosmic Horror expansion, I'm down. Like, so like they've got a lot of stuff going on that I'm really interested in. As per usual, when they have like a big news day, they gave away a legendary card for free to every player. And the legendary is pretty cool. He's a 7 mana, 4 attack, 4 health guy. So his stats are terrible for 7 mana. But his battle cry reads, rotate every minion on the board in one direction.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yep. Which...
you gotta be real careful where you're placing dudes at that point.
Yep. Because it means that you can, like, burden your opponent with a minion and then take one of their minions. Like, there's a whole bunch of fun you can have with it. There is some stuff that Warlock can do right now, like, including, like, destroying half of your opponent's, like, deck and things. And there are Warlock minions that, like, cause cards to be discarded when they take damage. So I love playing this guy when I have already got a Warlock minion that is going to be on either side of my playing field, meaning choosing, depending on which direction I choose to rotate all minions, my opponent ends up with this stinker around their neck. And it's like, there you go. You've got him now, and I'm going to hit him. I'm going to empty your hand and make all of your cards disappear, because there he is. Congratulations. And I've got your very nice minion.
Aha! Yeah. He's mine now. He's my friend.
Right.
Friendship ended with you, Summoner. Now I'm friends with the enemy. Ha ha! Yeah.
So overall, a good time. I will keep you guys up to date when the expansion drops and when I get a chance to spend more time with the new draft mode. I'll let you know how that be. Guys, is that everything? Is that everything?
I think that's actually everything and more.
I think we ate the whole burrito.
Oh, God, I'm so hungry. So, everyone, this has been our show. It's called Impossible Coin. We do it every week. You can find it where podcasts are found. iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and SoundCloud.
Fuck SoundCloud!
There it is. Speaking of SoundCloud, kid brother of the show, dear to our heart, Big Sach, produced the music at the beginning and end of this podcast. You can find him on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ. Our logo is also a t-shirt. It was designed by the illustrious mass fashionista, Lauren Moran. You can find her on Twitter at Lauren Moran and consider donating to her Patreon. She does the good work. Also, we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/Impossible Coin Podcast, where you get access to our artisanal show notes as well as our watch-alongs and other bonus content. So check us out if you want to throw us a couple of bucks. We wouldn't be mad at you. We are also on social media. I am on Facebook, Brian's on Twitter, Tegan's on Tumblr, and we have a new Instagram that I am also running. It's all Impossible Coin. There's no spaces or underscores or anything weird like that. If you see anything weird like that, please let us know. We need to deal with these people. They seem to keep popping up like weeds. But I think that's everything. If that's everything, then that's us. That's the show.
Sure enough. And on that note, I say peace.
Bye.
Later.
It's official. You suck.
I think that's actually everything and more.